Alright, so this is the build that I use with Brock in this game with 4 leaders against the P4 Baal. We're only P11 in this, and we managed to win. There was not much communication at all, and we managed to win without support, and I thought it was just such a good example of how to play versus Baal in SoloQ, no less. And so nothing really too much I wanted to talk about the build here, but I did want to show it. It's basically just a range damage, so you get bullets as well, because the range damage is going to be more than your melee damage. Also max aura, because you want every little bit of damage you can get. So I have pretty much all the damage I can get. This skill I think I will be taking out. I did the math and it's not very good, but for this game this is the build, so I'm just showing you. And yeah, with 2 points in this, you actually get 3 dodges instead when you have max stamina versus 2 dodges if you have 1 point in it. So pretty good to have this at level 2. So here's the build. I'll show you guys kind of how the game started, since I did record late because I thought it was going to be a short game. So here's how it started. So we spawned here. There was a crate right there. We got the crate. There was nothing else. No other crates. After looting there, we headed to Vasquez because that's where the first map piece was. And right at the bottom of Vasquez, right at that tower, right at the stairs, is where Demon already found us. I heard the growl. So less than about a minute into the game, Demon found us. All of us went together this way. Usually I would split off and go to like the Fort Gort, but I know that Demon can find us early, and it's a P4 Baal, so I didn't want to split up yet. So I went up, I looted the top, and I noticed that our Lash was taking damage. He had a heal though, but after I got out from here, I saw that he was right around here, and there was a car that spawned over here, and he wasn't getting into the car. So I went to the car, I got into the car, I helped clear one of the AI, and I honked for him to get in, and that was after the possession wore off, so he was good now. But he ran back to Vasquez to his 2 teammates. So, you know, that's totally fine with me. I took my car, I came to this tower, I looted it, there was no traps, and Demon was on them. And, you know, I was like, okay, this is probably not going to go well. They're probably going to die soon. Nobody went down, they were just taking some damage occasionally, but would heal. After I looted this tower, they got the first map piece. The second piece was at the middle Fort Gort tower, very convenient for me, so I just went to get it. And then I went to the third Fort Gort tower, looted that, and the third map piece was at Cemetery, or I should say Palace Ruins, and all of them were at Palace Ruins at this point. All of them got the map piece at Palace Ruins. I looted the third tower at Fort Gort, and then I looted the little house near it, and that's where the replay is going to start. So this is how the game started. Nobody had gone down yet, and I figured, okay, hold on, wait, nobody's gone down. We might actually stand a chance here. So here is the game where I started recording. No one's gone down, but as we can see, Ruby's taken some damage, but I trust that she'll be fine. Obviously, I'm shooting. Demon already knows where they're at. They're at Palace Ruins, and there's obviously no problem with me shooting. So, oh, I haven't gotten the third piece yet. Okay, so I did explain a little bit too far. So yeah, they are going to get the piece now. I am probably still looking for some pink F right now. That's definitely what I'm doing. Let's see, I've got 4 or 5, so I'm pretty okay on resources. You love to see the legendaries.
The final piece has been collected, making the map whole again and revealing the whereabouts of the Kandarian.
So there's going to be a really nice interaction coming up to basically show how easy it is to avoid Baal basic units. These things obviously do a ton of burst damage, but if you can just hit your 1 or 2 dodges well, you can just completely avoid taking like any damage. I mean, obviously you'll probably get hit a little bit, but as long as you avoid the ability, right? The ability being the attack speed, when they get really angry and start slapping really fast. As long as you avoid that, you're good. Ooh, a shotgun. I think I was saving that for later. Kicking was actually not a bad option there. I think that's why I went for it again there. Alright, so I'm starting. This is typical how I play my Brock games. I Because there's no point in me staying with them. I can hold 5-5. Like, if I just stay with them, I'm just going to have like 1-0 all game. So, I leave, I loot. These people are... This is kind of why I just love SoloQ, because you just play with some players that you've never heard of before, and they'll just like surprise you. So, by now, probably Demon's heading to me, right? I start an objective. I'm just, you know, readying up. I'm totally prepared to hold this objective. I'm not... So there's two things you can do. Sometimes you start an objective, getting ready to run away, just to get the demon off the back of whoever he's pressuring. Or you can do what I'm doing now, and be ready to hold. So watch this. Easy. 2 dodges. Warriors have that. Okay, so, you know, he got me a little bit there. That third dodge, arguably, I think Warriors wouldn't get back yet. But actually, they probably would, because I had like 75% stamina at that point. And this is all it is. You actually don't even care about killing them. So here, obviously, I'm using this thing to help. But as long as... Pretend that's not there. You see how I'm hitting my dodges? I'm not running into him. I guess I am shooting him. But it's not really a big thing. Oh, you know what? I think I was actually doing this to make him think I wanted to kill him. Plus, I have so much ammo that it doesn't really matter. But like, if you're a hunter, you can kill this much faster, obviously. This is really just for like warriors and other leaders, and maybe supports as well, because supports have not a lot of dodges. But this is basically it. Like, I took 2 shields worth of damage this whole time. Now, arguably, we can say, you know, we can pick on the Baal player and say, well, the Baal player is just not hitting his shots well. But I think as long as you're focusing on hitting 2 dodges well, you'll usually be fine. Because after your first dodge, if they do adapt, you have your second dodge to still get out of it. And usually, Baal players, I don't want to say usually, they'll just miss, but at the very least, you should try to use your dodges well, right? Not dodge into them, but dodge past them, and not dodge backwards, dodge left or right, right? Like, basically that little sequence I did there with that one unit is all you need to just get comfortable doing, and you can just avoid Baal basic units. Like, look at this. See how I kind of faked him? I aimed at him for a second, so he thought I would, you know, go for a shot, and then I just went to the left. I just dodged to the left, and I'm totally fine. He's going crazy in that one direction, and I'm fine. So, that's the objective. I'm just heading straight for another car, because I'm totally ready for another objective. I gave them some shemps. We're out. Putting my points in. Do I wait for these guys? I think I don't, because there's like 2 other cars you see on the minimap. So if, you know, they wanted to loot up this place, that's totally fine. This is normally how I play. I know a lot of people don't like the whole, you know, get in a car and ditch the team, but there's always cars there as well. We don't all gotta ride together, guys. So let's see what happens here. Oh, it breaks. That's a little unfortunate. We really don't need that fire. Yeah, I thought I was gonna light it for a sec. A lot of fear reduction with Brock. Which is obviously very good for Baal. And we have Lash. He's not touching. This is literally the most fear reduction you can get. Because it's, I think, what is it, 12%? Or is it 15%? Or 12% per leader. You saw how I scoped out that Shemps? I spotted it and I stopped for it. Okay, so at this point, I do this. Okay, so this is not just me randomly looting. This is a very active decision to do this, because if everybody was low and weak, I wouldn't be doing this. But at this point, they've already proven that they can take care of themselves. So I'm very comfortable just looting this place real quick. Plus, I just gave them a whole bunch of shemps. We're low on ammo. I know Ruby's going to be shooting. Annie's going to be shooting. Obviously, I'm going to be shooting. So we do want some more stuff. And I'm fine leaving them. Usually, I would probably stay if like one of us has gone down by now or we're low on heals. But again, they've proven that they're totally comfortable on their own. They can dodge wall or whatever. Even though as I'm saying that, they're taking damage, which is okay. We got a lot of shemps. He might have bossed for all I know. I mean, this is sort of a 50-50 what I'm doing here, right? Like, Baal could drop all his stuff, his ability and boss, right? And they might have somebody that goes down. But that's probably still okay. Like, just getting one down for all of this. Meanwhile, I got however much, you know, resources, we'll say. Luckily, nobody did go down. I got all of that for free. Essentially for free, nobody went down. And I'm back. I got a lot of heals. And just basically the same objective. I don't actually remember how much I dodge here. Let's see. So, pretty good on Ruby. Dodging a couple times. And see how she's not even focused on hitting him. She's just backpedaling, keeping an eye on him, and swinging when he goes for somebody else. Because you don't want to trade damage if you don't have to. Usually you have to if you run out of stamina. So let's see how this one's handled. Perfect. See, Lash was targeted. Lash got... Is that Lash on the right there? I think that was Lash. Lash just got out of the way. I think we all hit that dodge. Very good. And this is it. Like, you don't need a support if you just don't trade damage. And here, we'll just keep watching. This is good. I actually haven't watched this yet. Yeah, so the mistake again that Baal is making here is he's staying too long in a possession. What you want to do is just possess a basic unit, use your ability, maybe hit the dodge cancel and use a couple more hits if your attack speed buff is still on, and then just depossess. There's no point in staying on it. Just summon another one. Unless you have like low cooldowns. But I mean, usually you have 4 portals. You can cycle them pretty well. So, there you go. Those are 2 objectives. He's level 18, and again, remember how the first 5 minutes of this game went. Baal found us in less than a minute. I know I don't have the recording of that. It's only like 5 minutes into the game that I have the recording of. But you have played a game that's similar to that. You can understand, you know, Baal finding you guys in less than a minute, less than 2 minutes, let's say. You know, a game where one person is off on their own, 3 people are alone with the Baal, and it's like, oh my god, we have no healer, of course we're gonna die. But no, not of course you're gonna die. Just dodge the basics. Oh, so I decided to come here because we were low on resources again, right? I'm giving out shemps. I'm the pseudo support here. I'm like the resource support. I'm not like the healing support necessarily. So, quick pit stop here. Lash knew what the deal was. He's like, alright, we're stopping, we're looting. Time to get back in, time to go. No comms necessary. He's like, alright, I get it. We stopped here, we're looting, and at this point I saw that they were near Dark One, so I figured, okay, let's just go there. I don't want them to die now. I did get a shemp, so I'm happy. I don't want to get too greedy right now. So, plus Dark Ones is right here. He was attacking them. We're all good. I got a couple more shemps. Pretty good on ammo. Things are looking good. Light that fire just for fun. Give him a shemp. I usually hit the crates as Brock because obviously I have a ton of like ammo and stuff, so that doesn't matter as much. And I don't take as much fear because I have a lot of... Usually I put a lot of pink F in fear. So, okay. Dark One's phase. He probably has a possession on one of them in the back. I'm not really concerned. I know that they know what they're doing. See how they're just split up. They're just split up. They're not all, you know, trying to take a whole bunch of damage from him. They're probably just going to attack it, you know, once it's staggered or whatever. I'm very comfortable. These guys are good randoms. We love good randoms. Let's see what happens here. She just dodges away. Dodges away. Ruby has, I don't know, like 4 or some odd dodges. 3, 4. So she just... I mean, okay, so she was dodging backwards. In that case, it was fine. I think she probably was getting hit a little bit, but if you dodge back far enough, you'll be fine. But you really don't want to get comfortable with that. I don't even want to explain that. And good demons will just get in your face so that even if you dodge backwards, it's not going to work. So get used to dodging sideways, past them, not into them, past them. So book phase, boss, he's level 20, so he should have a level 5 boss, but he's probably put points into something else. It's invisible. Here it is. It's getting balance bar, so it's not a level 5 boss. And I mean, our damage is very nice. We got Lash buff, we got Ruby. Me actually is a little bit of a buff. Not that much, but a little bit. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I only give fear reduction in this comp. I don't give any damage buffs. Wow, I don't give any damage buffs at all. I only give fear reduction and... There are no Williams here, right? Oh, I guess Ash. So, heal reduction. I mean, increased healing and damage reduction. That's what I get. And obviously fear reduction. So this is really Annie and Lash and Ruby. I guess those are all damage buffs. And okay, so obviously at this point he gave up. And this is the game. I mean, I love solo queue games like this. You play with some people, they surprise you. Even against the P4 Baal. You know, I see a lot of streams or just games or whatever. People don't like playing Baal, especially if you're alone. It's fine if you're alone. You just gotta hit your dodges, grab a car. These guys were comfortable grabbing a car. Right at the first objective, I was soloing it for a while, and what happened? They rolled up in a car. Still hitting those dodges, even though the game's over. He's hitting his dodge cancels, even though the game's over. So, this is the game. I thought it was a good game to show how to play against Baal. Show how I play solo queue for the most part. I would not recommend playing like me. Because your teammates will not like it. If you're going to play Brock, I feel like you got to show up with 5-5. You know, you got to show up with a lot of pink up, 5-5, a lot of ammo, and you got to do it quickly. And that's really how you get the value in Brock. Like, if I'm staying with the team, obviously I get the leader buffs, sure, but what's the point of me having deep pockets if I'm carrying around 2-2, you know? So, that's the game. Hope you guys liked it. Oh wait, I'm not going to show you the score screen because I don't really want to single out the demon player, but yep, that's the game. Good teammates. Good game.
Kanda Samonda Enzin.